All right, this is a quick tutorial on how to use our Yamaha app for mixing your ears. First thing you want to do is go to the App Store, download the Yamaha MonitorMix US app. Looks like this. Then once you do that and you're at the church, you want to make sure you're on the right Wi-Fi network. You want to make sure you're on SBC production here. Now this should work just fine once you're connected to the network, but just in case the app is being a little glitchy for you, a couple of things you can do to troubleshoot. Sometimes you just need to turn your Wi-Fi off and back on. Sometimes in the SBC production, in the advanced settings, click on this little blue eye on the right-hand side. You may need to click Renew Lease in blue here towards the bottom, but that's only if it's being glitchy. Hopefully it should work with no issues once you connect to the network. So we're connected to the right network. We're going to go over to the app now. Going to open the app, and it's going to look like this. The only mixer that's going to show up under Select Mixer is the Worship Center console. So you're going to tap that so it's highlighted. Then at the bottom, you're going to tap Connect. When you do that, it's going to ask you for a PIN, and I don't think it's going to show up in this video, but the 4-digit PIN is the address of the church. It's 7601. Tap OK. And then it's going to ask you to select a mix. These names on the right change every week corresponding to who's on stage. So I'm going to choose my name. I'm going to tap it so it's highlighted, Ethan. Then I'm going to tap Done at the bottom right hand of the screen here. Now it's going to pull up my personal mix. You can see all the faders here. These are grouped together in a mostly logical way. That should make your life just a little bit easier, and I'll show you that. For any of these as a group, all you have to do to see the individual instruments or vocals within that group, let's see if we want to see all the vocals for that weekend, just tap on the word vocals and it'll fold out all the individual singers for that weekend. If you want to increase their volume in your ears, like if I want Jen to be a little bit louder, just pull that fader up. If I want her to be a little bit softer, I'm going to pull that fader down. And again, once I'm done with that and I want to make a little bit cleaner look and navigate a little more easily, just tap that vocals button again at the bottom and it'll fold everything back down. If you want to control the mix for everything that's in that group, say you have all of the individual drum mics, but you just feel like the whole drum mix is too loud, you can control that master fader for the group and take care of it that way. So there's piano, there's all the guitars and bass are grouped together, the drums. The tracks within the tracks are not only all the audio tracks that we're running, but at the end here you have click and cues as well to control that. All the talk back mics are there. There's even an option if you'd like to run some of the effects that the audio engineers are using. If you want to use a little reverb or delay, you just don't want to use too much of that. There are also our auto-tune channels, and you want to make sure you don't use those. You want to hear the original voices, not the auto-tuned voices. Just a couple other little things here. Up at the top left hand of the screen, you see fader. You can also go to pan view. And this is where you have the option to pan particular channels to the left or right in your ears, if that's helpful to make things sound a little bit clearer. So let's say I open up the vocals and I want Ashland pan to the left. There's a little L at the bottom. You pull the fader down, it goes to the left. Let's say I want to put Matt to my right. Pull it up, very simple again. And then again at the top, tap fader, and we'll go back to that fader view. Last thing here, the top right-hand corner of the screen where there's the two little boxes, if you tap that, there you can control the groupings that you have. So let's say I want to put the guitars at the beginning of the chain because I play guitar and I want access to that. You can do that. You can take things out of the group, you can add and create new groups, whatever makes most sense for you. We have this template to give you just as a good starting point, but if something works better for you, that's great and you're welcome to use it. So that's a really basic introduction to the MonitorMix app.